Mark, we didn't speak to you after the game Saturday. You put Neil out, but how much momentum can you take from such a good win like you had at Fleetwood?
Yeah, we've just got to keep going like we are at the moment. We're playing well. We're playing with a bit of confidence. The work rate in the team's phenomenal at the moment, and that's got to stay the same. We're looking forward to a busy period where everyone will be thinking they can pick up points, and we're no different. As regards to Saturday, I didn't throw Neil out. I think he'd done a lot of work last week and the week before, and I think it's sometimes good to hear a different voice. I think me and Neil sing from the same hymn sheet most of the time, and I think he deserves to speak to the press when we've won every now and again, rather than me just throw him out there. When I do throw him out there sometimes when I don't want to, when we've been beaten, but no, Neil's a big part of what we do here.
And you mentioned obviously that it's a lot of games coming up. How important though is it that you go into off the back of a win and on a 10-game unbeaten run?
It's good for us because it means we're slowly climbing the table. We're slowly picking up as many points as we're getting to the points all that we want to get to. But it's a funny league. Anybody can beat anybody on the day. I think to go 10 games unbeaten's a bit of an achievement in our league right at this moment in time. Fleetwood 5 points above us, however many places above us, have lost 2 more games than us. So it just shows to go what a funny league it is this season. All we can do is worry about ourselves, concentrate on our next game. Obviously, in periods like this where we had 5 games in a 14-day period, we have to be mindful. We have to have plans in place, and we have to have strategies in thinking about who plays when, and do we play the same team? Do people need a rest? What's our training program? Of course we do, but ultimately, the longer term planning is for the short term gains of taking each game as it comes.
And I suppose there's never a better period for that planning to work than over Christmas, is there? I mean, this is where it's crucial.
Without a doubt, and as you say, it's good to go in with a bit of confidence. Of course it is, but ultimately, the way the league's going this season, it doesn't matter. Confidence is a good thing, of course, but it almost seems that anybody's able to beat anybody on any given day. So you have to turn up. The last 10 games in particular, we've turned up with the right attitude, the right work rate, desire, commitment, and everything, and that's what's got us results. And we've just got to make sure that is exactly the same every game now till the end of the season, but particularly over the next 4 games.
Up to 11th, 4 points off the playoffs. I mean, the carrot's there to keep going as well, isn't it?
Without a doubt, yeah. We've got 2 home games against decent sides, different sides, but teams that I spoke last week to some national radio station, and we feel we go in to win every game. We don't mean to draw. We didn't mean to draw at Southend or Hartlepool at home or Newport at home, Rovers at home. We go out to win every game. That is our intention. That is our mindset. Don't get me wrong, 91st minute or 94th minute against Southend away, we're losing 1-0, you take a draw. We need to win games, we need to keep winning games, and that'll never change here.
How do you, though, change draws, particularly at home, into wins at home? Because I suppose that's what's going to get you up even higher.
I don't want to make too big a thing of it, right now. I think we've got 2 games. We've had too many draws, without a shadow of a doubt. 5 or 6 2-2 draws is wrong, but it's happened. We can't do anything about it, bar learn, bar be better, and not get hung up about it. We can't worry about it. We've just got to make sure that we turn up at one road on Saturday, Wednesday, with the intentions of being at Exeter, with the know-how to beat Exeter, and winning games like we did at Fleetwood, like we did at Morecambe, and performances of late will instill belief and confidence into the players, I've no doubt.
And what's the routine between... No, the game's actually on Thursday. What's the routine between...
Thursday, is it? Yeah.
What's the routine between now and Thursday in terms of especially Christmas Day training?
Yeah, itinerary for us. We're in today, we're in tomorrow. I'll give the boys Christmas Day off. I've always done that. I think we have a few travellers, and I think it's important that they spend time with their family. I trust them. I ask them to look after themselves, to eat the right things, to do the right things. All different managers work in different ways. I know people who are in, people who are off. And is there a right and a wrong way? ask me Thursday. You know, I trust my players. Like I said, I'll ask them to do a little bit by themselves. Cots used to do it for us, and it's something that I liked. I think if you trust them and you put a bit of faith in them, and that respect, hopefully you get paid back the day after. You know, we're not going to get any fitter, but I just think for the hassle of getting them in for an hour, I think we'll have done our work by the end of play tomorrow, and we'll be ready.
Exeter obviously just below you in the table, so I mean, although we've spoken about importance of wins, but also important not to lose this because then you stay above them.
Yeah, I mean Exeter's everyone was saying Exeter had made a great start, so we're doing something right at the moment. It's a chance for us to increase our points tally ahead of them. But that said, they're a good side. Paul knows the time of day. I think he's an exceptional lower league manager, who's been in the lower leagues. I meant by that. He's got a really good reputation. He's got a lot of youngsters in his side who seem to be performing better away from home than at home at the moment. So we have to be wary and mindful of that, and we will be.
I know there was lots made of your 4-year anniversary here as in charge, but two of the longest serving managers in the game. Is there any difference when you pit your wits against someone you've come up against so many times?
Not really. We know how Paul's teams play. I couldn't tell you what formation he's going to play because he likes to change that, and fair play to him for that. He's shown tremendous loyalty at his club. I'm sure he's had opportunities to move on. He's a good manager. Everybody knows that. Everybody, a lot of people talk about him, and he's an example to us all. And whatever team he puts out, whatever formation they play, it's going to be a tough game because his teams like to play. But we've done all right against them of late, so hopefully that can continue too. Injuries?
How's Steve Elliott?
He won't be available for the Christmas period. Bar that, Kamar's back in training some part today. It's very wet out there. There's puddles and streams everywhere on the training ground. So what we'll do today is just get them going, get the boys who played Saturday going, get the other ones just a little bit further up to speed. Just keep them topped up. As I say, it's not fitness levels now. It's just about concentration. It's about preparing properly, and doing and believing in the right things.
And Connor Goldson did very well with his first start on Saturday.
Yeah, he did all right. I thought he was good. I thought the whole team was excellent. I couldn't pick anybody out. I thought Scott made a couple of important saves when we needed him to. Byron was a massive handful at the top end of the pitch. Jermaine did a great job where we played him, and then eventually when we put him back up top, just put the icing on the cake on what I thought was probably one of our best performances of the season, particularly against a decent side like Fleetwood.
And Kamar, is he back in training?
Back in training with a view to. I think he did a bit on Friday at West Brom with their boys with the physios. So he's back in to be in contention for Thursday. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good Christmas.
Cheers, Paul, and yourself and your listeners.
Well, do you think the game on Saturday confirms what you've been saying all along? There isn't really anything to be scared of, or any outstanding teams head and shoulders above anyone else in this league?
Without a shadow of a doubt, John. Without a shadow of a doubt, Fleetwood spent £300,000 on a player last year at the end of last season to get out of this division. I'm sure their priority is the league this year, but it's that tight. A couple of defeats and you're 7th or 8th. We're worrying about ourselves. I'm using Fleetwood as a benchmark in terms of the resources they have, the squad they have. I think they've got a fantastic setup up there. Great place it was a good place to go and play football. It was an enjoyable game Saturday, and I think they'll be up there in and around it come the end of the season. That's the only reason I'm using them. I think I concentrate on us. We can beat anybody on our given day, and at the minute, 10 games unbeaten says the players are doing something right, and long may it continue.
Yeah, and you're just within striking distance now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not too worried at the minute. I just want to make sure, what we've said for the last 6 weeks is after a poor start, everyone's seen it as a poor start, and me included. I think there's only 4 teams who've lost less games than us in the division. We've conceded far too many goals. That said, we can't make giant leaps in one game. We can't go 4 places, 5 places up a league because we haven't put ourselves in that position. Our work over the last 6 weeks has been to put us in a position come the new year to make sure that we can try and make an impact on the top 7, and that's all it's been about. Game at a time. We know we can't win. We can't move up too many places Saturday or Tuesday or Thursday this week or whatever. But it's been about the longer term goal come January that we're in a position to strike and be ready to kick on.
Yeah, David Noble's only got a couple of games, 2 or 3 games left before his
4 games.
4 games before his first loan spells up. Is that looking like it's going to be able to extend
I've
it?
spoken to Steve and I'm just waiting for him to come back to me as and when. So it was a really good conversation. I think Dave's been fantastic for us. And we'll just see where we go over the next couple of weeks.
He seems to want to stay, doesn't he? He's definitely keen to extend it.
Yeah.
And he's becoming a very
He's
important
becoming a
way
big
of
part
the way
of us,
you want to play, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers, Mark.
All right, John.
Thank you. Yep.